Rick Ross was in the news, in my opinion, for a very lame reason. And that lame reason is simply flying commercial.
Rick Ross finally responds to everyone asking where is his private jet and why was the biggest ball seen at a commercial airport taking a commercial flight. Rick Ross has taken the time to take it to his social media to respond mostly to Uncle Murda and 50 Cent, who were completely trolling him yesterday after those pictures of him at a commercial airport went viral. And Mr. Ricky Rose claims that the reason why he was taking a commercial flight was because his plane was getting some type of Starlink installed into it, and also claims that he chose to fly commercial to go fly out to Colombia to party with Trick Daddy. But I'm still asking myself, how is the biggest boss choosing the cheaper option when even if your jet is down, you can still rent another private jet? Because ain't no way that you could tell me that the boat is out here trying to save some money.
For the ones who want to know where my jet at, I obviously didn't get the memo. It's being updated with Starlink. You know what Starlink is? Yeah, that's the $500,000 Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's where my jet at. And I chose to fly commercial to Colombia to go party with Trick Daddy and Ball Greasy at the Escape the States vibe. And that was a hell of a vibe. I had an amazing time. When I was leaving, that hoodie was low. Rose did it big. The boat.
Nah, man, listen, that response just sounds so forced. Like Ricky Rose is so pressed into responding to Uncle Murda and also all the people trolling him online to let everybody know why he was taking a commercial flight to begin with. You look bothered, Ricky. You really do look bothered, man.
Yeah, so that was Rick Ross, or Dr. Rick Ross Bryant, lying about, well, who's to say he's lying, but was making excuses for why his private jet was no longer visible when he was showing off his cars. So this all started with Rick Ross, I guess, giving a tour of his cars.
That's Rick Ross. Yo, what do you do for a living?
I'm the biggest boss you've seen thus far.
Can we take a look at your hangar?
Of course you can. Go check it out.
We're going in.
And somebody had mentioned, where's the private jet at?
And you have your jet here normally, right?
I'm adding Starlink to it.
How much did you pay for it?
A lot.
A lot, okay.
So anybody that want to get it, you know what I'm saying? Get the moon yawns up.
And after all of that, Rick Ross is seen next at a airport waiting for his commercial airline flight. And of course, people put him on blast.
We ain't high like Rick Ross in the airport neither. It's all good. Heading back to New York. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks. Riding through the airport. We ain't on the low. We outside. How y'all doing, people?
Was it first class? Was he in first class on commercial?
Over there.
Now, if he wasn't on first class on commercial, then clown his ass. Now, if he was on first
economy,
if he was in economy, clown his ass. Got a $500K Starlink putting in your damn jet. You better been on first class, and it didn't look like you was in first class.
But also, it's like, it speaks to the consumerist nature of hip-hop. Yep. Because hip-hop is so hardy when it comes to consumerism. Yo, I got this. It becomes a battle that when you're doing something that's still in the range of luxury, like going to Colombia is a luxury, and you get chided for it because you flew commercial. Right. That just shows you how up hip-hop is at this point.
And mind you, people talking, they probably ain't even been to Colombia.
Right.
And no funds to get over there.
Right, have you been to Colombia? So it's this like very braggadocious, very hyper-masculine, you know, thing, very consumerist thing that they get caught up in, and so now they got to uphold that, and that is dangerous.
So it's kind of an embarrassing situation that only Rick Ross created, because, you know, nobody cares if a multimillionaire flies commercial or not, but when you put out that big boss energy and you're showing off a jet that you may or may not own, people are going to have questions. And even in a situation where you are getting a jet upgraded, a lot of people, I guess, were expecting him to possibly run another jet. And just basically being seen flying commercially after talking all this shit about private jets and what you own is a little embarrassing. And it's sad that Rick Ross kind of feels the pressure to live that level of stunting to where being seen at a commercial airport is an L for him.
I'm always standing on the side of pro artists, music first, pro artists, music first. But guess what's happening today? The artists done turned into a bunch of that just tell jokes. How serious can you take the art? When majority of the times when we see you, it's all about just the jokes. That's all it's about. I want to add that at one point in time, Rick Ross was being considered in people's top 10, top 20, whatever. And I think he still is a top 20 rapper, depending on the 20 that you're putting together. Might not be in the 10 no more, but still a top 20. Great rapper that had great moments, but also has had a lot of controversy in his career. Point of him not being who he said he was or is.
Charles in the chat said, why is he explaining himself about flying commercial to some dude who got
into a fight with Ja Rule on
right,
a commercial
exactly,
plane.
Exactly.
Well, he's explaining it to them because it's Uncle Murda. That's like one of his enemies. So, you know, when an enemy talks shit, you got to stun on them. So I guess in a way, Rick Ross is trying to stun on them. And it's kind of hard to do that, of course, when you're caught at this commercial or flying commercial.
And flying economy on top of that.
North that jet, black truck is waiting. Meanwhile, Officer Ricky making up excuses. Talking about his jets in the shop. Nah. They caught you lacking, Officer Ricky. You got caught lacking there.
But he has to put on an act because I guess Rick is following the kayfabe narrative like wrestling, where you don't break character at all.
All right, so look. I'm finna sneak into Costco. Hopefully no one sees me. Rich go to Costco and shop wholesale.
Yeah, under no circumstances. So no matter what's happening, whether he's losing money or not,
you keep the stone face, that poker look.
I don't get it. You know, this is what happens when you spend a life of bragging and boasting on money you may or may not fully have. People are going to sit around and wait for your downfall, just like Floyd.
I don't think. Well, me personally, I don't think he broke. I mean,
no.
I think he got money.
Broke on that level is a different level of broke.
Right. I ain't mean cut you off. I just think personally what he did was he didn't want to. He knew if he flew first class, you the first people that everybody see coming up on a plane. You feel what I'm saying? So everybody would been stopping, taking pictures and shit like that. Then it'd have been a full blown press. So he tried to duck and hide and got caught. That's it.
Rick Ross, a self-proclaimed multi-millionaire with a private jet, recently got spotted on a commercial flight. And obviously, since this is Rick Ross we're talking about, these pictures got posted everywhere, as he constantly raps about having a private jet and constantly brings up the fact that he is richer than Drake. And well, after these pictures were posted everywhere online, a name that was constantly brought up was Drake. As on Drake's album Iceman, and more specifically on Whisper My Name, Drake can be heard saying the following: "If I'm lying, I'm flying economy. I bet I know who I see." Lyrics that have aged incredibly well.
I wouldn't be mad at anybody who did own a private jet flying just because of the amount of fuel costs.
Exactly.
And maintenance.
He could have easily said that. Like, you know how much fuel costs?
They caught bro flying commercial. I wouldn't give him the L for getting caught flying commercial. I wouldn't.
Jet fuel is high right now. I'll be in there,
Times
first
is
class.
hard.
First class. Jet fuel is high as hell.
Is hard.
Y'all think gas high? Jet fuel going crazy.
Facts. So if we just left the story there, I wouldn't even talk bad about Rose in that situation. But here's where he lost. Some days after they found him, he comes out with an Instagram post explaining why he was flying.
Oh no, you don't explain. You pay Elon or whoever the $500,000 to put Starlink in your private jet. You're a mark. You're a mark. You already have internet in the sky. You paid Elon or whoever $500,000 to put faster internet in your jet. This is why you end up broke.
Feel me?
I think that would have hurt his soul to admit that shit, though.
I ain't mad at you, bro.
I've never heard Rick brag about saving money.
He could have spit the shit any type of way he want to.
Rick don't say shit like that.
Okay, I
Rick
get what you're
isn't
saying.
here to give people he's here to stunt and talk about how much money he has.
I get what you're saying.
I mean, if he was talking about spending sensibly, we wouldn't be clowning him for flying commercial to begin with.
Correct.
So yeah, he this is his doing.